Rising up as a champion in the world of Starcraft Remastered, Terran icon JYJ defeated fellow South Korean Mind in the ASL Season 15 Best of 7 Grand Finals, taking his place in the esteemed competition's Hall of Fame. With a heavy focus on mech builds, the two finalists played a long and often nail-biting series. JYJ came away with the win 4-1 in the final hours of the live tournament. Vultures quickly became the star of the show on both sides of the battlefield. These cheap mech units became the key to success when deployed in high numbers. Vultures are particularly effective when used in hit-and-run attacks due to their speed and agility. Control was of the utmost importance. Vultures were extremely vulnerable against anti-vehicle units like mines, siege tanks, so it's important to keep a close eye on their health and positioning. Their secondary role was to place spider mines around the map. These unique units could burrow underground and become invisible to the enemy eye. When an enemy unit got too close to a burrowed spider mine, it automatically detonated and dealt splash damage to all nearby units. These were often detected and removed via a command center scanner sweep. Heavily armoured siege tanks created a wall of destruction in each map of the Grand Final series. In the tank's siege mode, they could deal massive splash damage to enemy units and structures within a large radius, making them incredibly effective for defensive purposes. However, while in this mode, they were immobile and vulnerable to enemy attacks. This included air units, as siege tanks only had the ability to land shells on ground infantry and mechs. With good strategy and control, JYJ used these heavy mechs to take out key structures in Mind's frontline and minimise his army numbers quickly when they overstepped their mark. When the game pushed into its later stages, it was important for Terran Wraiths to control the skies and focus down the opposing players' ground units. Wraiths are fast and maneuverable, making them effective for hit-and-run attacks on enemy bases or harassing enemy units. Wraiths also had the ability to cloak themselves, which made them completely invisible to the enemy forces. This was incredibly useful for sneaking behind enemy lines and taking out vulnerable buildings or ground units like siege tanks. Wraiths were still vulnerable to detection. One scanner sweep from Mind meant JYJ needed to reposition or pull back on his attack. These three units contributed greatly to JYJ's rise to stardom in the Africa TV Starcraft League, and are sure to help you overthrow the enemy in your next game of Starcraft Remastered.
Thanks for watching. Hit the subscribe button to keep up to date with the amazing esport content from around the gaming globe. Only on Unbeaten Esports.